Alright guys, I'm going to show you what's going on here in the garage. I'm going to show you how to rip a 2x6 or a 2x4 or anything, any dimensional lumber with a skill saw, circular saw. Alright, so one way of doing it is measuring. I got a magnet issue here. You measure from that blade to the edge right there, and we got about, oh, what is that? 4 5/8. About 4 5/8. So what you would do, here, I'm gonna put you down for a minute. Happy days. 4 5/8. All right, so that's about 4 5/8. And you would screw that down on your bench or whatever. You would screw that down and you would keep measuring 4 5/8. And you would just run it right along there. And that's how you rip with a skill saw. You either make a jig or you just pop a line and rip it. And we're making studs for a shed, so all you have to do is pop a line and rip it. But if it's something a little bit more precise, you just make this jig. And that's all you got to do. So now we're going to go over here and look at the shed. All right, this is how I pulled my layout. We've got a 10-foot long wall. So we're doing 16-inch on center. You've got 2 studs here because when I run my back wall, all right, when I sheet it, if I ever sheet it on the inside, I need something to nail to. So that's what I refer to as a nailer. Anybody wants to correct me on what stuff's called, I'm absolutely fine with that. So we pull our tape measure and we do 16 on center. So we hook on the outside, mark 16, make our X to the right. And we keep on going, 32 inches, 4 foot, X to the right, X to the right, 80 inches, so on and so forth. And then you nail. And it's the same thing down here. You got a nailer for the inside if I ever decide to sheet the inside of this. So then we just take our plywood and we're going to overlap it down here just about 1 inch or 2. And we start sheeting the wall. And we did the same thing when we ran the joists. We ran the joist, I pulled from this side and I ran it 16-inch on center. So 16-inch on center, so on and so forth. All right, guys, there's one thing that you have to do, okay? I mean, and you can't fudge it because you're getting material off the side of the road. That's where this came from. And you're getting some plywood that's already cut. So you got to get it as square as you can. So, and you go from each corner, from that corner to this corner, which is just shy of 51 1/4, and then you go from that corner to that corner, and it's reading the same. It's about 151 1/4. All right, so you got to square it up. I did the same thing with the deck. You got to square it up. So once you're squared up, you put your plywood down, and you nail your plywood down, and you're golden. So make sure you're squaring things up. All right, y'all, we're making some sawdust, some serious sawdust, and we got a shed going on over here. So we got that deck down, and we got the first wall getting ready to go up. I also got a YouTube video that I just posted today on how to start woodworking for free. So y'all go on over there, smash that like button, that share button, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let's get it going. Let's show some people how they can get into woodworking and build their own shop, basically, for free or for like really, really cheap. So thank y'all, love you. Go make some sawdust or some drywall dust or some sparks or something. Bye. All right, y'all, we're getting her done. I'm sorry I didn't show you a little bit of standing that wall up, but it's pretty straightforward. When I do the back wall and this front wall, I'll show you what I did. I had some issues with this wall right here. One of the studs was twisted and bowed, so the layout was kind of messed up a little bit. I had to improvise. But I'll show you when I do that back wall. I'll show you everything. It's not a big deal. But we got the two walls up. We got them braced. We got them nailed on the bottom there. And we got them not nailed from the outside. There's a flange. I'll show you that real quick. I dropped the plywood down 2 inches past the deck and nailed right to the side there. So we got that done. Let me turn you around and we'll show you what we've been up to. When I ripped the studs for those walls right there, I just did enough for those. Well, I had a few left over, but anyway, let me flip you around and I'll show you. Okay, we got to go on again. So this right here is leftover stuff, extra. These are the joists. And when we get done with the shed, I'm going to show you guys how to turn your skill saw into a table saw, because I can't imagine you guys doing this ripping with a chalk line. It was a lot. I mean, it was a lot. So I'm going to show you, and I use my table saw. So I'm going to show you how to make a table saw with your skill saw. These were the studs. I'm telling you what, I was pushing it, having enough for everything. And yeah, so got the 1/8 inch stuff right there. I took it and laid it over the top so I could start using the plywood. So what I did is I took 12 sheets off, put the 1/8 inch, that's all I need to finish the shed. Put those back on, lay the 12 sheets on, so that's all I need for the front and the back and for the roof. So we had a busy day today. We got everything ripped and everything cut to length. All we got to do is our top and bottom plate, cut them to length. They're like 91 or 92 inches, something like that. So I'll get at it again tomorrow. So we'll add onto this video tomorrow. I made a mistake. When I cut these studs and the top plates, I cut them all at 7 foot. Well, I forgot the bottom of the top plate's got to be a little bit longer, but that's okay. We'll roll with the punches. It's got to stand up. This is the top. It'll go up. And I got it nailed together, but I'm going to show you a couple things about hammers. So just hold on a second here.
All right.
Okay, if this kind of hammer is all you got, that's okay. But we don't hammer with our hand way up here like this. You grab it at the bottom. If you're up here like this, you'll just be tippy-tapping and it'll take you forever. Now, this is a framing hammer. If you're gonna do more than just a shed, if you're going to do a garage or whatever, you might want to invest in a framing hammer. You got to hit the nail first. So that's okay. This is better. If that's what you have, that's fine. Don't go out and spending 20, 30 bucks on a hammer that you don't need. Okay. We are behind the shed. We've got our first sheet on. Now I pulled, if you remember, I pulled from that corner this way 16 inch on center. So we got 16 inches on center. So these right here are braces. I've got 2 braces to get it level, or close to being level. It's not perfect, but it's in between the lines. Same way with this way. only got one sheet of plywood on there, so it's wavy. But anyway, we'll do it this way on that stud. See, there you go. That's the stud. The plywood's wavy because it's been wet. So you just don't come back. Put all your screws in. Put all your screws in because you don't want to come back here again just to put screws in. So I put 4 on each stud. On the corners I did more. I did like 6 inches. Make sure it's screwed off good. That's helping me with my boo-boo because I cut my top and bottom plate too short. So, and we might have to make other adjustments too, but this back 2 corners are square and level. Okay guys, we got the trusses all cut to size except for these 2. I started off giving this a 4 pitch and using a speed square and a skill saw, and it is crooked as all get out on all of them. So I got the chop saw out. When I set it to 15 degrees, it's close to this, but it's not exact. And besides one of these, I cut the tail the wrong way. It's supposed to go this way, along with the peak, the way the peak is going. I'm rusty. So anyway, we got to cut those to size. Those are got the wrong angle and are too long. So over at the shed, we got it wrapped. I ran out of wrap, but I got some felt. So when I do the roof, I'll put the felt down. If I got any felt left, I'll see if I can't finish up the house wrap with the felt. And then I got all the trusses in here. And I got it set out. I got 16-inch on center, so they're the same. They're the same as my wall layout. I got a truss sitting here, 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 so on and so forth. And the extra one for overhang in the back. And the front, I'm thinking about a little like awning off the front right here. So I'll keep you apprised of that. Everything's screwed off from the outside. I ran screws in from the outside, 4. Like this is where the 2 pieces meet. So I got 2 screws here. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4 at the top on everything. On everything. Give you the once over. So as you can see, well, maybe you can't see. That's that side. You kind of get an idea of what the overhang is going to be. That's too much, but so we got the house wrap mostly on. We got everything screwed off. There might be a couple places, but we'll get it. We're gonna hit it hard tomorrow. Today's Friday. I got a ball game to go to through the school, getting paid, of course. So here we go. Hopefully tomorrow the roof will be on. And I'm going to end the video, so we'll end the video on that note, and we'll start a new one with the roof and the doors and the inside. Alright, y'all be good. Go make some sawdust, some drywall dust, some sparks, welds, whatever. Have a blessed day. See you.